Hello everyone, it's Melissa and I am back, and today I'm documenting my son's 12th birthday, and it is going to be a 12 by 12 size layout. And per usual, I am pulling from my product jar to get started as a nice jumping off point for my project. So I in fact get all of the items used except for the sequence. So I've got brads, miscellaneous dies, enamel dots, 6 by 6 paper pads, mist, and buttons. And next I'm showing you here this piece of pattern paper from Simple Stories Little Dude. And I actually pulled my color scheme from that paper because all of those pretty much exact colors were in the photograph. I'm also showing you some bits of ephemera and stickers and whatnot that I have in my stash that are birthday related. I also pulled that Vicky Bouton piece of or package of ephemera that I've been ticking away at here recently. Okay, so I am starting off by doing some black mist. Those are from Studio Calico on the background. And I have cut out the center of a piece of black checkerboard type pattern paper that I'm going to use as the base of my layout. Going to mount my photo, which give or take, I cut down to a 4 by 4 size. I'm going to mount it on a scrap of white paper. And as you'll see as I go further into this page, I've used nothing but scraps to assemble this page. 6 by 6 scraps most specifically. And I love that, you guys. I actually remembered to cut out the center of my background paper, like I mentioned, so not to be wasteful. And yeah, just love it. So, like I mentioned, the only item I don't get used on this page is sequins, just because I didn't feel the need. But I have started off by cutting with my Kohl's numbers from Lawn Fawn, the number 12 from a scrap piece of red 6 by 6 paper. Also in the top there you see I have a frame from the Vicky Bouton ephemera pack and what's left of a tag. That the top part I used on a project already, and so the bottom part says celebrate, and realistically I did that because quite frankly that was meant to be. Like, that came together kind of on an accident. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so, yeah, I'm, using, my title is going to be Hey Handsome. That's because that's what I call my son all the time. So I pulled the Hey from the Vicky Bouton ephemera pack, and I'm going to eventually stamp the word handsome on a label tag, or just a label sticker from my stash. You can see there what I've got going on right now is scraps of paper. Just going to do my usual bits of layering, and yeah, I love doing that, just to move your eye around the page with color, little bits peeking out here and there. It's so fun. And so a little bit about this page. My son, like I mentioned, he turned 12, and I'm not terribly far behind for scrapbooking as far as this was done. His birthday was on May 31st, so I'm just plugging away. I actually in the last week finished Project Life for July and August, so I'll be sharing those coming up on my channel here soon. And I'm, super excited. My kiddos are back to school, and so it frees up, a significant amount of my time to play with paper and get caught up. And so, yeah, there you can see I'm just fiddling around with scraps. That's just me trying to make the little bits that I have get used up and work out on this project. And so my son turned 12, and like most young tween boys, every day is kind of a little bit of a struggle. He has a type A personality. He struggles with just, knowing his place in this world and wanting to be the best version of himself, wanting to be all the things and stressing about everything. So my brother is 10 years younger than me, so I can relate. I can remember him as a young person. It's not an easy time, and what I tell him all the time is just to try to be in the moment and be your best self. Be kind, and ultimately just try to do your best, no matter, whatever that version turns out to be. And so for the journaling, I'm going to go ahead and share that now. I just wrote, this boy has had his struggles. Not all days are rosy, but he has my whole heart and forever will be my favorite boy. And, you know, him and I discuss that very frequently, just how, yeah, being a kid's not easy. Not for everybody, anyway. I know my daughter, she's like easy breezy, but yeah, it's different for everybody, of course. So there you see I stamped Handsome, and Handsome was from a close to my heart, super duper old stamp set called Wheel of Life Flair. I know for a fact it's not available anymore, but I put it onto a jelly bean soup label sticker, and what you saw me do there, because I'm always trying to utilize the descenders on my alphabets when I'm doing titles and whatnot, I do the same on cards. I tucked it into the Y, the little loopy there. And because it was too long, I cut it and hid the seam behind the loop. And yeah, I do that a lot and I love it. So the orange piece of ephemera underneath the photos from Vicky Boutin, and it says, things are about to get really good. And in fact, they are. You know, the older you get, the easier, so to speak, it is. Like you start finding a little more direction and not so, you know, roaming around aimlessly type. So anyway, I'm looking through my stickers. You know, I'm forever trying to plug away and get rid of those Happy Birthday Claire stickers. I love them to pieces, so I typically use one on every page that I do that's birthday related. I've already went ahead and put some foam on the back of my word hey, so it's brought up a little bit, and that took a little bit of time. I didn't make you suffer through that on camera. So what I'm doing here next is, because anytime I'm doing a birthday page, like the more sparkles and confetti and I don't know, just anything that screams a party to me is totally appropriate. So you saw me pull a Winnie and Walter stamp set called Scenery Big Bang Confetti, and I pulled the stars out, and I'm doing first and second generation stamping with Balmy Blue Stampin' Up ink. Like I mentioned before, I used my Lawn Fawn Kohl's 123's alpha to die cut the number 12, and I'm just haphazardly, you know, just scattering the stars. There's 3 different sizes, and I'm just making that work on my page. I'm just loving it. Yeah, super cute. I'll actually put a link to another video in my playlist if you want to check it out on the top of the screen. I have several process videos. I'm working my way towards 50, you guys. I'm still a newbie. Not quite, but as far as sharing process videos, yes. Let's see. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I try to post once a week, a project or Project Life Share or something. So yeah, subscribe, like my video, give me a thumbs up, and I would love to have you on board and support my channel. So one of the pulls that I pulled from my product jar were brads, so I have a point there to use a star brad. It's orange, probably from Simple Stories. You know, was the last one that I had left, so I threw the packaging away, hip hip. And so I'm just going to use that. I also have from a Crate Paper birthday pack, it's like a, I don't know, I'm going to call it like a bingo number, and it says the number 12. And then the You Are So Cute that I'm using my punch on now, my circle punch, that actually I cut out from that Simple Stories little dude paper. I just cut one of the circles out. I'm going to pop it up on with some foam, just using some foam letters that I'm trying to get through in my stash, and just going to glue that down, and I love it. I'm trying to be mindful of all the colors, making my eye move around the page. And so here, these are little bits of words from a pattern paper. I want to say it's from Crate Paper. It was from Joanne Fabrics, this one, but maybe from, I don't know, that boy. I'm not exactly sure, but I bought it from Joanne Fabrics. I've been using it, you know, little bits here and there. And so those words I just, you know, put in a couple different spots, and they say, so proud, the best birthday boy on the top, and on the bottom it says cool dude and high five. I'm just going to glue those on. Not too worried if they're straight or not. You can see I want this layout to mimic whimsy and movement. So once I put the blue paper onto the background paper, I also distressed it. I brought some movement in with my splatter and the stars to just keep your eyes moving along the page. Yeah, so I'm going to add some buttons. You can see I have a handful there. I'm just going to sew those down quick. Just tack them down with some thread that is the same color of the buttons. I also add some thread, some crochet twine to the arrow paper clip that I have there. I'm just going to tie it in a bow and use my tiny attacher and just tack down the tail part of the bow. I use my tiny attacher as well on the frame on the top. I know I didn't talk about that, but I showed you on the video. Yeah, and that's about it, you guys. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. Product, it's touch and go. Not exactly sure what's still available, but I'm super pleased with how this turned out. And yeah, I hope you like it too. And I am going to start printing pictures actually this afternoon to get started on some more pages. I just love being able to do my paper crafting for even an hour if I can every day, spend some time in my space, and yeah, just slowly knock out some stuff. Okay, so here, the last product from my product jar that I need to get used up is enamel dots. And oddly enough, I'm just going to sprinkle those in to keep the confetti feel going. And yeah, some from Stampin' Up, some from the Eyelet Outlet. Just colors that I want to, replicate throughout the page. I, kept it pretty close to the pattern paper that I was using as my jumping off point for inspiration with color. There's only a couple of colors that I didn't bring in, but I'm totally fine with it. I am super pleased with how this page turned out. And yeah, my son saw it last night and he was like, "Oh, that's cute, Mom." So yay. So yeah, the fun part of finagling where to put the enamel dot to make it look like you just dropped it on the page. The whole random but not random. Yeah, it just cracks me up every time I go to do stuff like that. Even when I was stamping those stars, I was just like, how do I make this look random but not? So yeah, you guys, I'm going to show you some close-ups here at the end. And I really hope you like this page. I hope you subscribe. Take a minute to give this video a thumbs up. And I appreciate you taking time out of your afternoon to watch my video. And yeah, would love for you to come follow me along. I have some links to my social media, Facebook and Instagram pages. They'll be in the description box below. You can head on over there. I'd love for you to follow me, like my pages, and stay up to date with what I'm doing and what's going on. Yeah, like I said, I love this, and it seriously took me maybe an hour from start to finish, which is fast for me. So, all right, guys, you have a great day, and I will be back soon. Thanks. Bye.